name is Sumit, and I do not have any presentation for you. So we're just going to talk very, very simply. I just have a few things to discuss with you. I will explain to you about what ConsenSys is doing. I will explain what we do. I will explain who could be the target audience of what I'm talking about. It is good for who? For you or for you or for you. I'll explain to you one of the products that you can use today. So I'm not telling what can be happening in future, what you can do in future, you can change the world. No. I'm telling you the thing which we have done 3 years ago in the blockchain space. And the last, I'll talk about 2 examples. Okay, so the first question I would like to ask is, how many of the government department people are here who issue documents? Do we have anybody from the government department? And if your department issue documents? Yeah, what's your name, sir?
Nishan.
Nishan. Anyone else? Okay. Is it good? I think it's too much. It's okay? Is there anybody from the banking department? And if your department issue documents? You. And what's your name, sir? Abhishek and Ishan. Okay. So do we have any engineers, any software engineers working on any product using blockchain technology document management? We have many engineers. So I'm not going to ask your name. I'll just say engineers. And the last, people who want to learn what is going on. And I think that's the rest of the audience, right? So nice to meet everybody. So at ConsenSys, ConsenSys is the company founded by Joe Lubin. Joe Lubin is the co-founder of Ethereum network. Joe Lubin believes that he needs to build an ecosystem for all the application using Ethereum network. So what he did is he put his own money to build multiple products. So just like Google has a Google Cloud, Google Drive, Google Photos, Google Calendar, Google Maps, so they have 7 products. Similarly, ConsenSys has more than 50 products, but all the products are individually branded. So that's a very short description about ConsenSys. We have over 1,000 people, like engineers, consultants, entrepreneurs working on this, but I'm not going to talk more about the admin part. I'll talk about what is good for you. So I'm the head of operations for Poland. I live there. We are working in the regulatory and compliance service. And I will talk about one of the products that we have called Data Integrity Solution. So we see this is the banner. Probably one graphic designer created this. We have a sticker here, that's the data. We have some content, we have some data in your phone, stickers on your laptop. Anywhere you see any kind of data, how can you believe that this is correct? How can you authenticate it? How can you verify this? So in a very simple words, I will explain how it can be done. And so we built Data Integrity Solution, in which we are providing a proof of ownership. Who issued the data? Who is the issuer of the data? Second, proof of existence. Since when this data exists? March 17 or March 2014, stuff like that. So third point, the proof of accuracy. So when you read any data, is it a soft copy or whatever, like an image, so what is the accuracy rate? Is it correct? Did anybody change it? So proof of existence, ownership, and accuracy. These are the 3 things that we provide with the data integrity solution. At the last segment of my talk, I talk about 2 examples. I will take one example from the government sector from Ishan. So Ishan, which sector do you work for?
It's a public sector enterprise. They provide security solutions.
You provide what, sorry?
Security solutions.
Security solutions.
Right.
Okay. So, what kind of documents do you issue?
Tender.
Tender. Beautiful. Great. So, is there anybody, I believe everybody's aware what tenders are, right? So, is there anybody who ever bought tender? Can anybody raise hand who bought tender? You? What's your name, sir? I'm sorry? Okay. So, and can I use your name, sir? What's your name? Sarah. Okay. So we will make a kind of a customer journey explaining how Ishant, working for government department, issued a tender. The tender has been bought by Puneet and it has been next sold to Saurabh, and how this journey will look like. That's the first example. So the tender will be issued by the government. When they issue the tender, they would like to issue the terms and conditions, the tender details. While issuing the tender, they can register the tender offer, the soft copy, as the owner using their digital signature. And when they register this tender, then it means every information which we all can see on this tender is correct. And I'm not talking in a hypothetical way. I'm telling how exactly it works. So the government department issue a tender, register the tender, and then all of us can see what are the tender details. And we know that this is the actual detail, nobody manipulates this. So when Puneet look at the tender and he sees, okay, I find the tender details are correct, and they're gonna give me this much money, the terms, conditions, the payments, terms, and everything is correct, right? So Puneet, as a buyer, will buy the tender, which is the correct one, and then he can be the owner. So when government department first issued the tender, it was registered. So it was useful for Puneet to look at it and analyze that everything is correct. But now, out of 1,000 people who participated in the tender offer, imagine if Puneet will take it, so they will sign a new agreement attached to the old tender and register again on the network. Now, Puneet is the official owner. If he comes to Poland or to Japan or to USA, and if he tells you, okay, I'm the owner of this restaurant or whatever because I got a tender, he can prove it in a real time to anybody. So that's a clean use case, and it fights corruptions very easily because there will not be 100 Puneet, it can be only one. Now, after that, after 1 year, 1.5 years, imagine that he doesn't want to do that business anymore. So what he can do, he can put his offer in the market, even on OLX. Yeah, he just put it on OLX or any other platform works here. And he just say that, okay, I'm having a restaurant, I got it through the tender, I'm the owner, I can verify this tender in real time. Who would like to buy? And there all of us will again look, and then in the end, Saurabh will come. Saurabh will check, okay, are you the owner? Send me the soft copy, I check the soft copy, I drag and drop, I see, I can verify. Less than 1 second, he knows that Puneet is the owner and you are the issuer, and the whole journey would be super trustable. So that's the journey for like any document issued by the bank. Any questions for this? Yes.
So how do you actually manage the ownership of this network?
Actually, not the ownership of the network.
Who is owning the data in this case? So what I mean to say is that, so let's say as a government agency, right? So let's say as a government agency, right? System is being created, right? And now as a Puneet is a buyer, right? How is controlling the data from data? Or is it completely like the infrastructure from the government itself?
Okay, so government issue a tender file. They are only registering the soft copy on the network. Then they can store either on AWS, on a pen drive, on Azure, or Google Cloud, or anywhere. That's a different thing.
No,
But,
what I mean to say is
yes.
that the blockchain data,
Uh-huh. No, absolutely not.
so in that case, Puneet is having option on it. If Puneet is also having his own ledger,
No, he will not have the ledger. So the document hash timestamp will be registered on the ledger, on the public ledger. And you can verify this, but the content is not there. The content is within the government department, and there will not be any, we will not share the private details of the document itself. So if the document has a confidential information or whatever, you keep it to yourself. For example, if Delhi government would like to store it on the cloud and Mumbai government would like to store it on regular hard disk somewhere on the servers, it's okay, it's their choice. Only the hash will be in the public ledger and the authenticity will be verifiable anytime in the future as long as the tender has been issued. And once Puneet will be the owner of the tender, and he will use his digital signature, which he owns it, he knows it, and then he will sign, and then he is the owner in that record. Maybe in that record you can put also his Aadhaar number, so it's clearly visible, and if I will try to change his Aadhaar number, Puneet can be P-U-N-E-E-T and P-U-N-I-T, so if I will try to change the name, in very few seconds you will see that it is the wrong name. You're trying to play with this.
I agree. If it's a public ledger, I'm fine with that.
Mhm.
But if it's a public ledger, how would you be managing the overall data sharing, hiding or individual stuff?
But we are not sharing the data. I'm just trying to say, we are not sharing. So government is not sharing the data at all. They are only posting or registering the hash on the network, nothing else. What actually does, I tell you why a public network is not good in this case. Imagine you, me, and Saurabh will have $1 million and we start building our private network. And what after all the people will start using the network, and after 2 and 3 years we decided to shut it down? Then what? So private networks are not really good for those things. What you can do, you can use the public ledger and use either specific kind of encryptions, or you can build permissions-based applications. That is the better way to control instead of using the private network. Right? So we are not storing the data on the network. However, Ishant government department has the right to store on AWS. We also have a decentralized storage, but it's coming. Like there was a guy, Ankit Gore, he mentioned Storj. So this is a storage, but it was started 2.5 years ago. There are many other companies coming in this world. Yes, ma'am. So if, for example, I'll tell you in a very simple words, if you give me $3 million, I'll make this product for you. $3 million and the product will be ready. That's a cost to make a product, approximately, where the government will issue the tender. All the participants will be joining on the blockchain network. They will be onboarding as the participants, and then it will be issued to the right people. But that is not our product right now. So right now our product is only the registration and verification to build the trust to the data. But that's what we have already. Yeah, as of today. Yes, please.
Could you explain how this is better than simple digital signature which government of India is already using today?
So, in a simple words, because like we can compare, sorry for using it, but you can compare Coca-Cola and Pepsi, which is the better drink, right? You cannot compare Coca-Cola and Dhokla. They are different categories. So digital signature will not be compared with the network, right?
Network.
So,
No, you're talking about notarization of documents using a public network, right? So how a digital signature which establishes the authenticity of the signer and the content just can be improved by notarization on a public network. So I don't know if it was Coca-Cola versus Dhokla question.
So of course it was not, but I'm saying like the categories are different. So you can use the existing digital signature which government is using. I do not know which of them are using. You can use the same digital signature, but that only will prove that you are the owner for signing the document. And then the document hash will be registered on the blockchain network. So we are on the third step. You're talking only the signature. You use any kind of signature you want to use. You can use even the manual and paste it and register the hash. That will be also working. That's what I'm saying, it's a different category. So you're talking about the signature, and I'm talking about the final solution for registering the hash. But the hash of the file will be signed by the private keys. And if you will store the hash on the blockchain, then you cannot change it. This is the beauty of the blockchain data. In the regular data you can write, in the blockchain data you can write. In the regular data you can read, in the blockchain data you can read. But in the regular data you can modify and delete. In the blockchain data you cannot. And that is where the power is.
So what is the direct relationship between the generated hash and then whatever the document you have signed and you are going to store it in your any of the storage system? How, like you already said that hash has been generated after all the contracts or whatever has been done. So what is the relationship? So as you give the example that Puneet would be having business for 3 years and then he might be selling it to some other guy, so, right? So when he is handing over that something, or he might be generating a new contract or whatever it is. So what is the direct relationship between that hash and that physical document or the digital document?
So the relation would be like if I would be Saurabh, right? The first thing I will check when Puneet will give me the offer, I would say, okay, you have this tender issued by ABC government department, okay? I go to the ABC government department site and the government say all our tenders can be verified using this link. So I will ask Puneet, hey, do you have the file which I can verify? He said, yes, I have the file. Send me the file. He sent me the file because he gave me the paper copy. Yeah. So what is wrong in giving me the soft copy? And I'll take the soft copy and I drag and drop www.anygovernment.com/verifydoc, and on this link I just check it. And this will be the relation to check the
So
authenticity.
basically you are saying that you are embedding that hash somewhere in the document.
Yes, the document hash has been stored on the blockchain.
Yeah, that,
Yes.
no, not. I'm saying when I'm dragging that onto that whatever link you are saying, how it is going to verify? Because there should be some relationship between that hash and this document. How you are going to verify?
So using the public key. So for example, if the government department will have a private key and public keys.
Right.
So the private key they will not share with you, but the public key they share with you. Using public key, you can decrypt the hash and you will know who it belongs to.
No. So thank
I
you.
would just simply say that if you have any question, I'm here for half an hour more and we can talk and connect the language.
Sure.
As I said, there are 4 people who could be good with us. The government department, banks, engineers, and the regular audience for learning. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.